Tech's biggest winners of 2025, the company's products and trends that fared the best over the last 12 months. Every December, the Engadget staff compiles a list of the year's biggest winners. We scour over articles from the previous 12 months to determine the people, companies, products, and trends that made the most impact over the course of the year. Not all of that influence is positive, however, and some selections may also appear on our list of biggest losers. Still, sit back and enjoy our picks for the biggest winners of 2025. Our list begins with the Nintendo Switch 2. Aside from a big bump in battery life that many were hoping for, Nintendo took just about everything that made its last console such a phenomenon and upgraded it on the Switch 2. A sleeker design with magnetic Joy-Cons that are less likely to break, a larger, albeit LCD 1080p display with HDR, much stronger performance, mouse controls, and a boost to the base storage were all very welcome. Of course, the vast majority of Switch games run on the Switch 2, often with visual improvements or other upgrades, so the new console had a vast library right from the jump. The Switch 2 is an iteration, not a revolution, but Nintendo didn't need to reinvent the wheel to make another great system. It's little surprise then that we gave the Switch 2 a score of 93 in our review. Up next, NVIDIA. Could things be any rosier for NVIDIA? Once just a video card company for gamers, NVIDIA's GPU hardware is now directly tied to the rise of the AI industry. Its stock has jumped a whopping 1,235% over the past 5 years, going from $13.56 per share in 2020 to a peak of $202.49 this past October. NVIDIA's server-grade cards are being used en masse to train AI models, as well as to power AI inferencing. At home, its GeForce GPUs are enabling local AI development, and they're still the gaming cards to beat, despite AMD's steadily improving competition. Clearly, the company's bet on parallel processing has paid off enormously. Its GPUs can handle tons of computation simultaneously, making them ideally suited for the demands of the AI industry. They're not exactly efficient, and that's why neural processing units, or NPUs, have sprung up to power consumer AI features, but it's hard to deny NVIDIA's raw computational power. And speaking of, our next tech winner, AI video. AI slop didn't start in 2025, but it reached new heights thanks to updates from Meta, Google, OpenAI, and others that made it easier than ever to create a real-ish, emphasis on the ish, looking clips from nothing but your most unhinged Mad Libs. Now, AI-generated videos are just about impossible to avoid. Some platforms, like Pinterest and TikTok, have even begun offering people the ability to ask their algorithms to show less AI content in their feeds. Unfortunately, there's no way to stuff shrimp Jesus back into the bottle. AI video is everywhere, and it's here to stay. It's not only overtaken Facebook and Instagram's recommendations, Meta created an entirely separate feed just for users' AI-generated fever dreams. OpenAI's Sora, which lets you make AI videos of real people, was downloaded 1 million times in just a few days. Google's Veo, which generated more than 40 million videos in a matter of weeks, is now built into YouTube Shorts. AI video is winning, not just because it's everywhere, but because so many are unable or unwilling to understand what's real and what isn't. More than half of Americans say they are not confident in their ability to distinguish between human and AI-generated content, according to Pew Research. Our list of Tech's 5 biggest winners in 2025 continues with smart glasses. Like it or not, smart glasses are having a moment. Propelled by new devices like the Meta Ray-Ban display and upcoming models like Xreal's Project Aura, the idea of wearing specs with built-in screens suddenly became an attractive proposition. And that means a lot for a category of gadgets that's often best remembered by the fashion tragedy that was Google Glass in 2013. However, the development isn't purely by chance. The latest generation of smart glasses has only just now become a reality due to the convergence of several branches of tech, including improved optics, lightweight batteries, and, of course, AI. Now, that last one might sound silly considering how many big companies seem to be betting the farm on machine learning being the next big thing, but AI will be a critical feature for enabling the hands-free experience that you need to make smart glasses work when you can't rely on touch input. While this category is still in its early stages of development, the increased momentum we've seen from smart glasses this year seems poised to carry them towards being a future pillar of people's core tech kits. And finally, rounding out our list, shout out to magnets. Even if you don't use it for charging, being able to slap magnetic accessories on the back of the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is super useful. Plus, this is the first phone to feature full support for the Qi 2 standard. 2 years after the announcement of the Qi 2 wireless charging standard and its support of magnetic attachment accessories, a la Apple's MagSafe, we're finally seeing one of the more mainstream Android devices adopted. In 2025, Google became the first Android phone maker that's not HMD to do so, bringing such magnetic capabilities to the Pixel 10 series. It also introduced Pixel Snap, its own version of a MagSafe accessory ecosystem, including a slim puck with a fold-out kickstand that you can snap onto a phone. Setting aside the convenience of having your phone on your person when you don't have pockets or a purse, the way magnets play a part here also won us over. To adjust the length of the straps, you just separate the two overlapping pieces that stick together magnetically, move them along each other till you're satisfied with the length, and let them snap back in place. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.